Okay, Lee, so I just wanted to give you some feedback on some of your lifting from last week. Compliance is starting to creep back up, so you're starting to get in a bit more structure in your routine. From what we're going back on our messages, it's just because that work-life balance has been a bit out of whack the last few weeks. Sounds like it's been crazy for you. So good to see you in, good to see you seeing out these sessions. Just going to go through what we did last week, why we did it, what we're planning on this week, and having a look at this power clean video. So let's just roll the tapes. That beard is good. So I gave you some 3-position work. Good. Good. Cool. All right, so a couple of things on this. I'm going to look for three performance points at the beginning of a power clean, especially in a 3-position that I look for. One, are your hips getting through and locking out? And then secondly, on that first point, are your hips locking through, getting out? Do you have foot extension through the hip and the knee and the ankle? The answer is yes, you're pretty much getting there. Just make sure that the hips are locked, and learning to create upward force through your hips going forward will take time. Second thing, are your feet moving? So you want to be moving from where you deadlift to where you squat, because eventually we'll be going into some squat cleans. I know that's a pretty big goal for us, is to push those numbers up in the snatch and the squat clean. So we need to make sure we practice that good feet positioning. And then thirdly, what's the shape of your spine doing? Are you keeping a upward torso, chest up, shoulders back? And in your case, it's hard to tell because the camera's from the front, but it looks like you're doing a pretty good job on this. So those are the 3 most basic things I look for. And for you, you're doing most of it other than moving your feet. And because you're not moving your feet, you tend not to get extension a lot of the time. So here, your feet are just moving. See the difference in that extension? Hip, knee, and ankle are all extended here. And your feet move a little bit, but I think they're moving to not where you would squat. Like, I know how you squat, and it's a little bit wider than that. So that's what we want to do this week, is I'm going to give you some 3-position work again. And this time I want you to focus on getting those feet moving. This week, I'll put a note on here to say, hold the catch for 2 seconds. So let me just move the camera so you can see it. When you go through that power clean, it's a bit weird because there's light from behind, but when you go through that power clean, I want you to get your power clean, land it, hold that position for a couple of seconds, and then come down. If you hold it for a couple of seconds, you'll get used to catching in a power clean and not a muscle clean, which is where you are sometimes here. So I'll put the same thing through. 2 things: move your feet and hold the catch for a couple of seconds, and let's see what the videos look like this time next week. I will program Mondays, or I've actually already programmed Mondays, and then based on what you fill in from what you did later on in the week, I'll program the rest. But the style of your training is exactly the same. A lot of functional bodybuilding work, starting to put some simple weightlifting in. Work's been really busy for you, so I've made sure that your programming isn't that intense. So you're not coming in and absolutely slaughtering yourself. You're coming in, you're getting some good quality work done, some functional bodybuilding, and you should be walking out feeling like you went through a training session, not like you went through a CrossFit Open. When you get a little bit more time to train and you get a bit more of in the routine, then I can put some more intensity in there. But I think right now this is the best way for you to train. And I personally train this way because right now I'm playing a little bit of rugby. I personally train this way. A lot of your movements I'm doing in my training, and I'm really enjoying it, so hopefully you are as well. Any questions, let me know. If not, have a great training week, and I'll load up the rest of your training on Monday stroke Tuesday when I see what you did later on in the week and if you made up any time over the weekend. All right, mate. Cheers.